Hey, 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 it's Tia, baby. And I am back with another video. So my voice is a little low because the baby is sleeping. And you see, every time I talk, he wakes up. So I'm trying very hard to do a video, but bear with me. So I have been getting a lot of, feedback from supporters asking me to do a video. I'm not trying to be rude or mean to anyone. This is a general statement. You guys have to understand that, and some of you guys are being understanding, but I do have a life outside of YouTube. I'm not this big time YouTuber. Like, I know there are YouTubers that are consumed with YouTube because that is their only bread and butter, meaning that's their only way to get paid. I have an actual full-time job, and I'm on winter break. Winter break. I'm on summer break right now. So my summer break is consisting of getting a lot of rest and spending more time with my son, because when I'm at work, I don't have a lot of time with my son because I'm working full time and because I'm also a student. I'm getting my master's. So, and I once had another job, so I had to quit that job because it was just too much. I'm not saying that I'm never doing videos again. I'm not saying that I will be doing. I know I have said that I will do more videos, and I really did mean it at that time. But then life happens, meaning like I get lazy because I had to do a lot of work for school, because I actually had summer school as well. It wasn't a short, it wasn't a long um drawn out class, but it was only a week's worth of class. But I do still have homework and things like that. And then my son has been sick, so I'm trying to get him better. And then I fell under the weather, so it's just a lot going on. And a part of me is just being lazy. A big part of me is just being lazy about it because I'm pulled in all different directions. And so when I do have that time to just chill, I just want to chill, just sit back, watch Netflix or whatever, and just chill because I need my peace in some way. Not saying that talking about Selena isn't my peace, but the time that I was so consistent with doing videos was during the time where the pandemic was really um, was brand new and everything was shut down, and I was working from home, so I had a lot of leisure time to do videos, and I was happy about it, and my schedule was a lot more flexible. Now that everything is opening up and life is coming back to normal, some type of normalcy, it's not as frequent as it once was, and I apologize for it, but life does go on when it comes to just things. And I'm just trying to keep my mental. I'm trying to be, you know, as flexible as I can. And it's okay to be lazy. It's okay to be lazy, and I don't regret being lazy. I like being lazy because that means that I get to do what I want to do, and I get to have my sense of peace and my mental, because I've been going through a lot personally, with my mental state, emotional, and then work related, and then school related, all of that. And me being a first time mom, it's it's a rewarding job on all levels, on all the jobs that I named, all the responsibilities that I named, but it's also stressful. And any ounce of time that I have that I can just do nothing, I'm going to do nothing. And that means not post a video. And I'm okay with that. If you all are not okay with that, I'm sorry. But my mental health and I am more important than YouTube. And if that makes you guys feel a certain type of way, I apologize. And if you want to, you know, unsubscribe, then go right ahead. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being honest. You wonder why some YouTubers or people that are like influencers commit suicide um or any of those things because they let the world control them and not have enough and not get their sense of self back or peace back. I'm not going to let that happen to me. So if I get some type of free time or some type of lounge time, I'm going to take every advance of it. Period. But that doesn't mean that I don't think you guys matter. I obviously think you matter because I still do videos. I just don't do it consistently. It's not my full-time job. But I'm doing the best I can at this moment. I can do better, but I choose to do it at this pace because my peace and sanity is more important. And not to, and I also will give that advice to anybody that has a lot on their plate or may not have a lot on their plate. Do what's best for you. Do what makes you happy. If you have if you lazy, not saying that you make a career out of being lazy, but if you're going through a lot and you got some time to just do nothing, take advantage of it. It's okay to have a lazy day or a few lazy days out of the month or whatever. It's okay. As long as you ain't harming nobody or harming yourself, it is okay. Indulge in just being lazy, just doing whatever you like to do, whether it's watching a good movie or movies, going out to eat or whatever. Just do something that makes you happy and do something positive that makes you happy. Not nothing negative, as long as it's not hurting anybody or yourself. Now we're going to get to the video. So I'm going to address a few things that I've witnessed over the last few days. First, I'm going to talk about a few comments that I guess a supporter wrote to me that was under the latest video that I talked about. I think the cheating video about Chris, I think that was the video. I had to block this person because I remember I said in another video, yes, it's freedom of speech, but if you don't have nothing pleasant to say, or if you're even if you don't agree with what I say, at least say it in a way that it is not offensive. If it comes off offensive or negative, I'm going to block you. Period. Because it's unnecessary. Words do hurt. Words are meaningful, and it's just not cool. You can disagree, but you can do it tastefully. And so, yeah. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the recent alleged post from someone saying that it was from a TikTok that I got from a supporter. Thank you, by the way. The supporter has sent me a TikTok of alleged post from TikTok that the Selena album is coming out August 26th. Target is going to be on sale at Target, and it's called Selena Moonchild Mixes, or Mix, and it's going to be sold for like $10 or whatever. But it didn't have a picture. And then I saw on a YouTube video clip of them advertising it. So I don't know if it's true or not, and it says Warner Music Group. At first I didn't know who Warner Music Group was, but then I researched it on Wikipedia. So I'm gonna post up what I what I researched, and I also looked on the actual website of the record label. So I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna post that up in this video, and I'm gonna talk through that. So here it goes. So Warner Music Group was formerly named Warner Brothers Radio Records. I'm sorry, from 1958 through 1967, and then again in 1970 through 1971, and then Warner Brothers 7 Arts from 1967 to 1970, and then Warner Electrica Atlantic. So they are affiliated with a lot of um, record labels. So pretty much that was the original name, and then they changed it to Warner Music Group. So Warner Music Group is the big umbrella, and then they have smaller record labels that's under it, like Atlantic, like Electrica, and others that I will show you afterwards. So a supporter of mine has stated that had reminding me that the family is affiliated with Warner Brothers, because I did forget that he mentioned that Warner Brothers produced the movie Selena. So I'm like, they do have affiliation, and they also, Warner Music Group is affiliated with the formerly known as EMI, which Selena was under that record label. So maybe this could be true, but like I said, the family hasn't came out with the announcement. So until they do, I won't believe it. So here is a list of what the other record labels. So as you see here, I'm gonna scroll up, and they are affiliated with a lot. So Asylum, and then under Asylum is Atlantic Records, as you see. Cardi B is under that. Otis Redding, Big Beats, yeah, that's another record label that's under that, and Canvas Back Music, so that's another record label. East West is another record label, and Electrica, as you see here. Arato, all of these are different small record labels that's under the Warner Music Group label, and yeah, so they have a big franchise. So as you see, we shall see if this is all true. Waiting for an announcement from the family. So I'm going to now talk about in this comments. This person stated, Tia, if Chris possibly told Selena to retrieve her documents from Yolanda in any time, then I found that unnecessary for him to suggest that time for them both to meet with Yolanda, because the documents were very important for Selena and she needed to get them filed. When people have an errand or assignment, they need to get it done immediately before it's too late, because they're really important. And then they go on and said, Chris should have, it said should tell Chris to have Selena get the documents from Yolanda and blah, 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 blah. So all of that. I'm not reading the rest of that, but I just felt like it was just a bunch of back and forth for no reason, because it seemed like this person was still having the mindset as if she is, as if they knew that she was going to hurt her. And they did not know that. So in this point, it just doesn't matter when they would have gotten the paperwork done, because none of them had the idea or the feeling that Yolanda was going to do something bad to Selena. So I just felt like it was very irrelevant. So I guess this person felt like I didn't understand what they were trying to say. So I'm going to read on the next comment that this person sent me. Then they went on and said, I understand that, but should he have suggested both should take care of it the next day on March 31st instead of in another time. Because waiting to do that in another time is, in fact, wasting time. Think about it, Tia. Like, the way they came off was kind of rude. And again, it makes me feel like this person was still in the mindset that she died on March 31st. They did not know that she was going to pass. They did not even know that Yolanda was going to do that to her. So all of this that this person is saying is irrelevant. It does not matter because they did not know. And this is this was what I kept saying. And that's why he kept saying, I understand. No, obviously this person didn't understand because you're thinking about it in a mindset of that they knew that she was going to pass away March 31st. And it's like, no person, they didn't know. No one knew. So your theory is incorrect. It wouldn't matter if they went to go pick it up March 15th. It wouldn't have mattered if they picked it up December 15th. It did not matter because they did not know. So let me read on. So then they went on and said, first and foremost, let me make this clear for you to understand as I possibly can because I don't want to repeat myself. So rude and out of pocket and just unnecessary. I am not trying to confuse you, but you are, but I'm not confused. You're the one that's confused. I'm saying I think Chris should have suggested on March 30th to handle the situation sooner or the next day, the 31st. Why you keep saying that? Again, they did not know that she was capable of doing such acts. So what does it matter if she went on March 5th? What does it matter if she went on March 10th? You keep saying March 30th and March 31st. First of all, this is backwards as I don't know what, because from my recollection, Chris and Selena did go and visit Yolanda on March 30th, the day before she passed, because they were going to collect tax documents. They thought they settled it. Then they thought that she gave them all the documents until they got home. The only issue that I had with Chris is that when they went to go meet her at the hotel the night before she passed, they both saw a gun on Yolanda's bed. And that's when I felt that Chris should have said something to her father and said something to the police. Regardless of the fact that you may not have thought that you going to use it on any of them or her or whatever, you still should have reported it. Because for one, you knew and the family knew that this woman stole money from Selena and the father's business. She stole money. If you lie, you cheat, you ultimately KILL. I'm just saying. So out of precaution, I don't understand why he didn't do that. I feel like that was the only way that I felt that may have saved Selena if he would have told Abraham, Yolanda has a gun. We don't know what she's going to use it for. She say to protect somebody from harming her, but I don't know if I believe that because she stole money. So we don't know what she's capable of. And I just want you to be aware of it. And then if the dictator wanted to take matters into his own hands by calling the police or just brushing it off, if he would have done that after Chris would have mentioned that to him, then that's shame on him. And then, I mean, it's all she wrote. But I hope that the dictator wouldn't have just brushed it off if he would have told him about the weapon, and or even Selena should have said something because they both saw it. And then I felt like Chris should have even also went to the police because they saw that she stole thousands of dollars. She has access to everything Selena has, and then you see this weapon on her bed. I'm just saying, for protection, he should have said something. But he did say in the book that he regrets not saying nothing, and he don't know why he didn't say anything. But they were young, really young back then. I guess his conscience wasn't working back then. I don't know. Because it's a lot of things that I'd be like, come on, Chris, why didn't you think this through? But, I mean, that's what, I guess that's a validation being young and dumb. I'm just saying. Okay, let me read on because I'm getting off topic. Then it said, because the document still needs to be done immediately. Okay, you're talking about taxes. Tax day is April 15th. They had plenty of time. At the time that they went to retrieve the documents on March 30th, she and Chris thought that she gave them all the documents. She did not realize that she did not give her all the documents until she got home and sort through them herself. That's when she was like, Yolanda just gave me half. I need all of them in order for us to file taxes. So, so they won't get in trouble for the business. And so she was going to go back. And she was going to, she was going to go back. But Chris was like, no, we'll handle it later. Because, men, most men, they don't have that urgency to do stuff with so women. If we know something, we got to get it done. But he felt like April 15th was far away, which is kind of, but then it's not, especially when you got a lot of things going and things can easily slip your mind. But in his mind, he's like, we got plenty of time. We'll handle it later. It's too late at night, and then on top of that, she did have a weapon. So, he just said, we'll just, we'll give it a few, we'll handle it later. But she didn't take no for an answer. She called Yolanda. Once Chris left the living room, I guess he went in the bedroom to get ready for bed or whatever. She called Yolanda and left a message. Or I don't know. I don't remember if she left a message or she actually talked to her. I don't know. She did talk to her. She was like, you did not give me all the documents. And I guess Yolanda was playing dumb or whatever. And so she was like, well, just meet me tomorrow at the hotel. And I'll give you the other half. And so that's why she went back to the hotel March 31st. Okay, so, and Chris did not know this because even though they said in a trial, it said that he knew that she was going back, but that's a lie because in the book, he did not know. I think that's what Dictator told him to say for the trial purposes. I feel that that's what that was because he did not know that she was going back to meet with Yolanda the next day, because if he did, he would have went with her because he asked her where she was going. She didn't even tell him because she knew that if she told him, he was going to stop her. She said she was just going to run some errands. That's what she told him. But she'll be back. Let's read on. Now, some of this stuff is kind of like blocked because I'm doing a voice record, so I can't see everything that is on here, but I'm going to try to read the best I can for what I can see. So then this person continued and said he should have stalled the situation for a couple of hours rather than a few days. This person obviously did not read the book or don't follow directions because they went late at night. They went at night. They didn't go during the day. They went at night. That's why he did not want her to go back that same night because it was getting late. So that's why. And they didn't wait a couple of days. She just went the very next day. He wanted to wait a little while. We don't know how long he wanted to wait. He probably was going to go with her to meet her the next day as well. Maybe later on that day. Who the heck knows? We don't know that. We weren't in the room when they were talking about it. Let's read on. I appreciate him for stalling the situation, but him suggesting to try again in another day instead of sooner isn't a necessary time. I don't know what that means, but like I said, this person is thinking of the mindset of the fact that he thought that they knew that she was gonna harm her. They didn't know that. So time, days, dates did not matter because they didn't know that she was going to pass away. I don't understand what this person didn't understand. Then this is the part that I really can't read all because it's blocking by the little monitor while I'm voice recording on this app. So I'm going to read what I can see. Second of all, Selena can't get her documents in May because taxes are due the day before her birthday. I don't know what he's talking about May for. The only thing that was affiliated with Selena in May was when Dictator had Chris sign over his rights on May 6th, the day after my birthday. That's the only thing that was affiliated in May. So I don't know what this person's talking about. Let me read on. Because taxes are... Okay, so I read that part. That would waste her time if Chris suggested that. I don't understand what this person's talking about. She wasn't even alive in May. What are you talking about? This is like backwards. Then he's going to put Selena's finances in big risk. Yolanda put Selena's finances in big risk, not Chris. She stole the money. She had the tax documents. She was withholding them. They were trying to get it done, both of them. She was withholding them. It had nothing to do with Chris. It had everything to do with Yolanda. So you're confusing yourself. So yeah, all I said basically in response, please do not please stop, sending me stuff that doesn't matter or you cannot change. And I was only being rude and spiteful in that comment because this person was being rude and spiteful. When I was trying to explain it and what I'm explaining, how I'm explaining it in the video, I was trying to explain to this person in the comments. But they talking about, oh, I understand that. Oh, I know all that. If you know all that, then why are you sending me this clownery, this foolery about nothing? Because it doesn't make sense at all. But this is the type of stuff that I mean. Like, if you're going to comment on something, please make it make sense. Please, because you obviously did not read the book. You obviously did not look at any interviews, because what you're saying is foolish. It doesn't make sense. You're speaking as if they knew she was going to get, hurt. They did not know that. They did not know. But that's all I have today. I will come back with another video soon or later. Who knows? But I will get back with you guys. I hope no one is offended by what I said earlier in the video. But I just, I'm all for peace. That's it. Peace.